Cellier Steakhouse is located in the Canadian Pavilion and is known for bringing the fine dining experience from Canada to Orlando, Florida. But one of the most famous dishes of all from this fine country is Poutine. Today we will be recreating Cellier Steakhouse's signature Poutine and the beef bourguignon Poutine. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Remy's Apprentice. Please at the end of the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave some feedback for me. Now we did say that today we will be doing the beef bourguignon, or burgundy, or however it is that you would like to pronounce it. The most important thing about this is the gravy, alright? So we're going to start out with some bacon and ground round. Now I grinded this myself. You can go back into my burger episodes and see how I grind the meat. And Gruyere cheese curds. You can find this at Publix in the cheese section. And we also want a half teaspoon of chili flakes, half teaspoon paprika, 1 teaspoon of chili powder, 1/2 teaspoon kosher salt, 1 teaspoon granulated sugar, 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, 3 ounces of red wine, half cup of beef broth, half cup carrots, 1 medium-sized white onion, half cup mushrooms, couple dabs of Worcestershire sauce, and all of our ingredients to make the base for our gravy. We are going to sear Wilbur in a large pot while accumulating as much fat and grease as possible. Also notice that I have very thick pieces of bacon. These were a special cut I asked for from the local Publix butcher. We want to also bring these thick cuts to a crisp, as we will be turning them into bacon bits for our signature poutine later. The bottom of your pot should look like this when you take the bacon out, and that's a perfect indication that it's time to deglaze with your red wine. Now normally you would use whole cuts of meat for this recipe, but instead I ground my own meat as I did not have all day to cook this down to the preferred thickness. Add ground meat and then add in all the rest of your sauce ingredients. Let your mixture cook for about a half hour before adding in your onion, and adding your carrots right behind it. And don't forget your mushrooms. Let those ingredients cook down for about an hour before adding in your tomato paste. So just a little bit of a tip. If you want to add the rest of your beef stock to the pot, go ahead and add in the full container. Alright, now that our hour is complete of this cooking, it's time to make our gravy. Start by draining into a pan on medium heat. I bought it at 12 ounces. Add to a separate bowl a half cup, and add in a half tablespoon of flour at a time until you have your desired thickness. At Cellier, the gravy tends to be a little more on the thin side, but like I always say, this is my show, so we are going to make a little bit of a thicker gravy. Just try not to make it like your Southern cement style gravy Grandma used to make. Alright guys, go ahead and set that other gravy to the side, and it is time to make our signature gravy. Start with 1/4 cup mushrooms, 1 tablespoon of tarragon, half cup of heavy cream, and you don't have to measure this out in any particular way, but I am using a couple of small cloves of garlic. Probably the most important piece of this signature gravy is having a firm-based aged cheddar. Today we are using Black Diamond Grand Reserve cheddar. This is an imported cheese of Canada, and we will be using half of a 15-ounce block. Go ahead and dice your garlic and get it ready for sauteing. After adding your mushrooms and some garlic, go ahead and add a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. Go ahead and grate your cheese and get it ready to add into your cream mixture once it's heated. When your cream starts to bubble, go ahead and add in your tarragon. Now there is a method to this madness. You're going to want to make sure that you're only adding in a little bit of cheese at a time. The last thing you want is a big clump of cheese instead of a nice creamy gravy. Let this simmer for about 10 minutes. We're trying to get as much moisture out of this as possible. When the 10 minutes is up, go ahead and set to the side. Now I do have a little bit of a special treat for you. Today we will also be doing a chocolate gravy. You're going to want to start this with 1 cup heavy cream, 1 cup milk mixed together. And of course 1/4 cup cocoa mix, 1/2 cup granulated sugar, 2 teaspoons vanilla extract, 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. Start by adding all your dry ingredients to a bowl and stirring until there are no lumps. Add vanilla extract to your cream and milk mixture. Add your cream to a small sauce pot and bring to a simmer before adding in your cocoa mix. Stir and bring to a simmer for at least 15 minutes. Just trying to get as much moisture out of this as possible. A good indication that your gravy is complete is when you can run your finger down the backside of a spoon and the gravy holds its form. Strain and filter into another bowl and allow to sit for at least 10 minutes. Alright, now it's time for our fries. Tradition in Canada is to use russet potatoes. I like a rustic look, so I will not be skinning these. Slice into your desired thickness. Once cut, rinse up to 5 times, gently running your fingers through until your water has a crystal clear complexion. After that, dry, heat oil to 250 degrees Fahrenheit, and fry for 5 minutes. Removing and placing in a freezer for 15 minutes, then refrying at 350 degrees Fahrenheit to get a crisp on the outside but soft and creamy center. Now let's take our bacon from earlier and turn these into small cubes. We will then fry in Jack Daniels and 2 tablespoons of sugar until crisp. And now for my favorite part. Let's go ahead and dress these up. Need I say more? This was probably one of the best foods I've made so far. Let me know how yours turned out in the comments below, and until next time on Remy's Apprentice, cheers.